Signs that the COVID relief package is already saving tens of thousands of jobs.
June 10th, 2020, 8:16 a.m. 10 U.S. airlines received news that they're getting a $25 billion COVID relief package. In the same moment, Delta Flight 275 glides over a peaceful Long Island neighborhood, carrying a total of 3 passengers. Meanwhile, inside one of the peaceful suburban houses below, a second-year film student is finishing up his favorite breakfast: 2 eggs, 1 Indian pancake, and 3 slices of avocado toast. While enjoying his savory breakfast, he listens intently to his 8 a.m. Zoom class, where Professor Karudiman reminds him of the final analysis paper due next Friday. The assignment? A lengthy 2,000-word essay on the rise of Asian American race films in Hollywood. Like any other student, Ryan despises essays, but this particular assignment spoke to him, literally. That day, he made a commitment to perfect every sentence. If there was such a thing as a magnum opus of college essays, this had to be one of them. Ryan doesn't know it yet, but in 3 years, he will revisit this essay, and it would change his life forever. And so, on the eve of June 10th, he begins writing. Did you know that the first sex symbol in Hollywood was an Asian actor? It blew my mind too, to know that before Brad Pitt and Harrison Ford, there existed a Japanese prince of the silent era. An Asian man who thrived in a time when it was still illegal for him to marry a white woman. Legend has it that at the peak of his career, he held the same star power as Charlie Chaplin and drove a gold-plated car around the Hollywood Hills. His name is Sesshu Hayakawa, one of the handful of Asian stars whose stories have been buried. Within these legends, there were tales about Oscar winners and fashion icons. Stories of tragedies and triumphs that date all the way back to the birth of cinema. And so that's where I'd like to begin this essay. To turn back the dial before movies like Crazy Rich Asians were ever possible, to meet the Hollywood legends that started it all.
Short round, step on it!
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones, hold on to your potato!
Before we continue, let me tell you about the sponsor of this video, Creative Juice, the simplest banking platform for creators. I hate it. I hate managing my finances. The tax deadlines, the organization, the invoicing. I knew it had to be figured out, but I just wanted to give up, to forget about my finances and continue creating like all my business problems were gone. But that's when I heard about it. Juice Club, the ultimate members-only community for creators to level up their business. With their unlimited bookkeeping tools, educational resources, and team of accountants, it was like having a creator assistant, an extra hand helping me with the things I struggled with the most. If you're a creator like myself, who needs a simple and easy way to manage all your financial needs, check out the link in my description to become a member of Juice Club. Back to the video. Okay, so the year is 1905. The beautiful city of Los Angeles had just found its voice as the home for the future of movie making. And on a little block called Chinatown, a laundryman is about to have his second daughter. To call the new kid rebellious would be an understatement. On school days, she skips classes and spends her lunch money on trips to the movies. On Saturdays, she attends Chinese school and helps her father at the laundromat, but it's clear that her heart is bound to something else. Call her crazy or ignorant, but at the young age of 9 years old, she had already planned out the rest of her life. She was going to be a movie star. She couldn't stand the idea of washing clothes with her father for the rest of her life. And so, at the age of 16, against her family's will, she drops out of high school and begins her acting career under the name Anna May Wong. Within less than half a decade, she was rubbing shoulders with the finest entertainers of the 20th century, acting alongside the legendary Douglas Fairbanks, and even sharing the silver screen with Mr. Hayakawa himself. To say that Anime Wong had made it would be an understatement. She had become the first Chinese-American superstar in Hollywood land, a true pioneer of the new industry.
Oh, just a minute, please. Oh, I am a Japanese comica.
Yeah, and I'm Mock Turtle Soup.
I am definitely the time for the comic difference.
Rock me out the here!
My name is Al, and I'm the Avatar.
But something felt off. For Anime Wong, no matter how well respected she was, something always seemed kind of off. After all, it only took 5 seconds of looking at her IMDb to see what Hollywood was doing to her. Ling Moy, the daughter of supervillain Fu Manchu, the Mongol slave in The Thief of Baghdad, or Hai Tang, the Chinese dancer. There was also Dr. Mary Ling, Rose Lee, Mei Lei Ming, Lin Ying, and Singapore women. Anime Wong worked tirelessly for the days where she would get her own leading roles, where she wouldn't be typecasted to play another dragon lady, and she was given the chance to spread her wings, to play a real character with a heart and soul.
Hello?
One day, Anime Wong gets a call. It's a producer from MGM, and they're looking to make a new picture for the award season. A Chinese drama inspired by the famous Pearl S. Buck novel, The Good Earth. And they wanted her to audition for it. For the leading role.
Okay.
It's May 1934 when Anime Wong gets the good news. The temperature outside is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity 62%. The trees dance along with the wind as Anime Wong begins preparation for the role of Olan in The Good Earth. She dreams about the people this film can inspire, about the potential for more Asian American stories in Hollywood, and the possibilities felt endless.
Oscar goes to... Anime Wong for Meg! Anime
Okay, maybe I wasn't being completely truthful with you.
What an honor.
Anime Wong never actually won an Oscar. In fact, she never even received the role for Olan. Before production began, MGM pulled the rug on Wong and casted a white actress in Louise Reiner instead. And it was Louise, with her eyes stretched to look more Asian and a face fully painted in yellow makeup, who would take home the Oscar for Best Actress that year. Anna May Wong never got another shot to play a role as promising as Olan. And in 1961, just 3 months before starring in a film with an all-Asian American cast, she would pass away. She was 56 years old. Several days have passed, and Ryan has long given up on finding hopeful things to write about. Besides a 1993 movie that featured a cast of Asian women, most of his research made him sad. He thought he was going to find more historical evidence of people who succeeded in breaking the glass ceiling. But all Ryan found were more kungfu movies. Asians playing prostitutes, singing karaoke, drinking boba tea, and eating shrimp crackers. The truth is, Ryan hates shrimp crackers. But he wonders if he should start building a tolerance for them. To start acting like he preferred Korean barbecue over McDonald's and 88 Rising over Tyler the Creator. All this time, he thought he could find a story that would give him the permission to be himself, to freely chase his 12-year-old filmmaking dreams. But maybe that was naive. Maybe it was stupid of him to believe that he could pursue what he loved without compromising to the system. Maybe it is necessary to act a little bit more Asian. What if it was the only way he could succeed in this industry? To fit in and play the game like everyone else. To stop being so stubborn and accept the reality. Maybe it was finally time to give in.
Thank you for having me, man. This
Thanks
is really
for coming.
special.
It's fun to have you here. How old were you when you were in Indiana Jones?
I was 12.
12 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you wind up in that movie? Was it a cat?
Steven Spielberg and George Lucas was looking for an Asian kid to co-star with Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
And you were Asian at that time.
Yeah.
Around the same time Ryan handed in his final assignment, on the other side of the country, an actor was wrapping up a special project of his own.
And action!
A new film about an Asian family was in the works. And after a 25-year break from the casting world, Ke Huy Quan read for the male lead, and he nailed it.
I left, called my agent, and I said, I think I have a shot. I think it went well. I was so excited. I said, yeah, please, let me know what they think, okay? 2 months went by.
2 months?
2 months. And as each day went by, my hope of landing the job slowly dissipated. But it was my wife. I said, Key, you. She said, you will get this role. I said, how can you be so sure? And she said, because you said this role is written for you, and you want it more than anything. You will get it.
As Key looks around at the lights and cameras, he can't help but remember moments from a past life. When he acted alongside the great Harrison Ford and goofed around with the legendary Steven Spielberg. Comeback stories like this weren't supposed to happen to people like him. He should have been gone by now, tossed away into the pile of forgotten Hollywood stories, but for some reason, he was still here. There was no guarantee of a job waiting for him on the other side, or if this movie would change anything about his career. But if this was it, he needed to give it everything he had. It was the only way forward, to stay optimistic and hopeful, especially when the future wasn't guaranteed.
And I kept auditioning. I kept sending all these tapes. And for a year and a half, I could not land a single job. And I was so nervous. I called our producer, Jonathan Wong. And I said, Jonathan, you've seen the movie. can you please tell me one thing? Am I any good in it? And he said, Kia, why are you asking this question? And I said, because nobody wants to hire me. And I would never forget this. He says, Kia, you just wait. You just wait.
My God. I did not think this would get to me.
Shit.
My next guest tonight is an actor you know from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and his Academy Award-nominated performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And the actor goes to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Thank you so much.
And the producer said the Asians were not good enough and they are not box office. But look at us now, huh?
And the Oscar goes to Kiwi Kwan.
Thank you. My mom is 84 years old, and she's at home watching. Mom, I just want an Oscar. Recently, I was told that if I were to win tonight, I would become the very first Asian actor to win in this category. When I heard this, I quickly realized that this moment no longer belongs to just me. When I stepped away from acting, it was because there were so few opportunities. And now, tonight, here we are, celebrating James Hong, Michelle Yeoh, Stephanie Hsu, Hong Chow, Harry Shum Jr. I owe everything to the love of my life, my wife Echo, who month after month, year after year for 20 years, told me that one day, my time will come. Dreams are something you have to believe in. To all those at home who are watching, who are struggling and waiting to be seen, please keep on going because the spotlight will one day find you. Thank you everyone for rooting for me. I will be rooting for you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this all the way through. I hope this was able to inspire you in some way. If you want to see how I made this video, you can check out my Patreon where I've been trying to build a film school for anyone who is interested in diving deeper into my creative process. For as little as $4, you can get tutorials, scripts, and director commentaries. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for watching and supporting my content. It really means the world. And I'll see you very soon.
Now we're cooking while nobody's looking. We're a family. That's right. Culinarily. Oh, now if a we're cooking.
Nice one, Racket.